So the theory behind finding any chord is here. Now you found it on the keys, you practice that. That's more important than the theory for me, because we are a practicing class. But if you want to understand, you play the first note. If you count 2 half steps, you will find the second note. If you count 2 half steps, you will find the third note. If you count 1 half step, you will find the fourth note. This is for any warm up. If you count 2 half steps, you'll find the fifth note. So in the end, when you're playing the chord, you are actually playing the first, the third, right? When you're playing your chord, you're playing the first note, the third note, and the top note. That's your chord, your major chord, right? Major chord. And the name of that major chord, we say, oh, it's C major, or it's G major, or it's F major. We're calling it by that bottom note because that hand is in that position. So I show you today how to find it on C, then on G, then on F, then on A. But if you follow this principle, you can find it on E, on D, on B, on even the black keys. So if you count 2 plus 2, it's 4. If you don't want to do the warm up and you only want to find your chords, you can do that, because knowing that the first note to the second is 2 half steps, the second to the third is 2 half steps. If you are adding them, that means to find your chord, you just have to count 4 half steps, right? 4 half steps, and you found the bottom note to the third note. And then you count 1 plus 2 equals 3. You count 3 more half steps and you'll find the top note. So a major chord is made up of 3 notes. From the bottom note to the note in the middle, you have 4 half steps. From the middle note to the top note, you have 3. So this labeling 4-3, if you want a shortcut and find your any major chord, it's bottom to middle is 4, middle to top is 3. Let's put that to use. What if I want you to find your chord starting on this E? This is the bottom note, E chord, E major chord. You need to count 4 half steps up. So from here to here is 1 half step. From here to here is another 1, that's 2. Here's 3 half steps, here's 4. This is the next one. That's the next key that you should press down. Then from this middle note to the top note, we count 3 half steps. So 1, 2, 3. Here's the next one. I found E major chord. Because from the bottom note to the note in the middle, there's 4 half steps. Remember what is a half step? The nearest key. When you're making a step towards the nearest key, you just made the distance of a half step. They could have called it, I don't know, semitone in England, but they could have called it blip, block, whatever, zit. They don't. They call it a half step to make us confused. Okay, so from here to here is 4 half steps, and from here to here is 3 half steps. I found E major chord. So the principle, the theory gives you a chance to explore more chords if you want to apply that theory. If not, just memorize the ones that I've shown you in the other video. If you really want to find B flat chord. Okay, so before that, we have to explain that. What is flat and sharps? I'm going to explain it here in the same video because it's been explained before separately in previous videos. So let me find you the flats and sharps. Okay, here we go. Oops, share screen. Sharp just means the tic-tac-toe, the hashtag. When you see a note and there's this hashtag next to it, it means instead of playing F, play it half step up from there. If this hashtag was next to F, Flat just means if the flat was next to the B, then don't play the B, play the B, but 1/2 step down. So this symbol, it's usually a little pointier, the flat symbol, but I don't have it on my keyboard, on my computer keyboard, so it looks like this. Hashtag means just take that note and then 1/2 step up, play that key instead. And flat sign means play that note, but instead of that key, play 1/2 step down from that key. Which means the tricky question is B sharp. B is here. Where would B sharp be? Right here. So if you see B sharp in a song, you need to play this X key because it's B raised by a 1/2 step. And then you may say, wait a minute, that's C. Yes, it is. So a key can be named different things. But at your level, you're not gonna encounter B sharp in your song, so don't worry about it. You're not gonna encounter F flat, but this is the theory. So this video is about theory. What is F flat? Well, here's F. F flat means you're gonna play 1/2 step down, right? Because flat means 1/2 step down, which means you're gonna play this key. And some of you may go, wait a minute, this key is called F flat, but it's also E. It is E. This key can be called F flat or E. And then because you're actually not going to see this in your song, if you don't understand this, it doesn't matter. You can still play songs because you're not going to encounter songs where you have to read a note that's B sharp or F flat. It's going to be many years from now, but this is the theory. Okay, so no worries if that theory is not completely